Welcome to what's on tap and what's coming up for Friday, June 26th, 26. I am your host, Greg Washington. I am your Wisconsin Tap Explorer this weekend. I am here to talk about not only what I found fun on the internet via Wisconsin breweries, social medias, and some really interesting and important events that are coming up this weekend. We are in the summer weekend, so we're in festival weekend. We are in anniversary weekends. Everybody has an event. It's a big traveling weekend, so I'm hoping that getting the word out on some of these that y'all don't know about will maybe drive you to your local tap room. So before we get to that, while people are coming in here, before I start, I really could not start this without talking about the end of the last New Kids on the Maibach was drank this week in Hartford, yesterday at Brewed Omen. And that ended the run of the collaboration beer of the 25 breweries. I'm sorry, of the 9 breweries that joined this collaboration that brewed their first beer in the year 2025. And they are Host Brewery Vault, Boulder Junction in Boulder Junction, Wisconsin, all the way up there. Brewed Omen from Hartford, Fond du Lac Brewing from, obviously, Last Ditch Brew Pub and Kenosha, Lombardi Brewing Company in Milwaukee, replacing the old City Lights brewery, Mobcraft and St. Francis and Milwaukee were revived, for lack of a better word, or for the best word. And Tailwinds and Union Grove was the first brewery in Union Groves ever. So these 9 breweries are just collectively they're just an excellent, resilient group. And they all have really excellent beers, fun spaces. You couldn't get 9 different spaces. I mean, you start with Vault, you go up to the North Woods. You got Last Stitch Brew Pub, which is one of the few breweries that I don't think has air condition. So the we have Fond du Lac, which is an old auto store. We have Tailwinds built from the ground up. We have Boulder Junction built from the ground up. We have Brew Dome, and that was a brew pub for 5 years while they were working out the ability to start a brewery. And Kyle has made that vision happen, and the owners of Brew Dome have made that happen. So this collaboration ended yesterday, and we all here at Badger Beer Report are just happy about how it went, and we just shout out to all of these breweries. They are our family, and we cannot say enough about them. Especially, collectively they're just great, and individually they're amazing too. Um, so yeah, uh, I will, y'all should, if you can, support them, and I don't think that'll be the last time you hear us talk about that. So, but yeah, let's start. Let's start going around and doing what we do here, which is talk about Wisconsin taps around the state real quick, and then I have some big events I want to talk to y'all about too. So, we always start near my home base, which is really near my home base, Youngblood Beer and Company, and they of course are, y'all know, big sours, wonderful IPAs, great session beers, really good lagers when they want to, and actually exquisite lagers when they want to. Try that Bears Still Suck beer when it comes back out, believe me. But Tiny Vin Diesel is a tropical sour with plum, pineapple, and black currant. Okay, okay. Um, Here's the thing: Vince's voice broke when he was only 15, so the thought of a tiny pre-muscular bound baby Diesel running around talking about La Familia, it gives us the smiles. And then they have a hoppy saison, which I'm really interested in trying. Um, it sounds fun. I don't know if I've ever had a saison from Youngblood, so there you go. There's that. It's Youngblood um, Brewing Company now in DeForest. but also right up at the square and also on North Street. So three locations to hopefully find this. I know you can find it at the flag or at the flagship, which I think the flagship is King Street, or is it the Forest? Either way, cool spaces. So, oh, doors to Bucks. Let's see here. I'm not sure if you follow their social media. There's a bit of a dust up last week, but it seems like things are, it's a pink elephant in the room. I cannot, you know, mention Disney Bucks without mentioning their little dust up they had, but it seems like everything is on the rebound there, and it seems like everybody is kind of calming down. So that's good to see. But you can also calm down with this if you are near there, or looks like it might be in distribution. I'm not sure, but we're talking about taps. So it's on their taps right now. It's a jalapeno ale. I've never had this one, but it's a perfect summer jalapeno beer. So I'm assuming y'all it's not spicy. You get that jalapeno flavor, but not the spice, if y'all know what I'm talking about. This sounds delicious, and you can find it in Deutscherbeck's, Deutscherbeck's Farm Brewery, and I forget Elk. Is it Elk? No, it's not Elkhorn. But y'all can find it. But you're gonna have to go out of your way if you're not near it. It's out there, but it's a really beautiful spot out in the farmland with a jalapeno ale. So Hoya Hop House, another actually a brewery that opened in 25, but they brewed their first batch, y'all, in 24. But they opened really early in 25, so they're one of our newest breweries too. Jared is the brewer there, and Michelle is the owner. And I love Jared as a brewer because I always tell him he likes to play, and he's like, "Yes, I do." And Jared's playing today ended up, or a couple months ago, sure, ended up with Joe Dirt. It's a coffee kolsch with a little edge, crisp and clean, and layered with character. Let's see, some subtle spice in there. Of course, there's coffee, a little bit of cocoa, and a bright fruit. Okay, okay. You gotta love the can art, right? Gotta love it. And that looks good. I love a good, nice picture. It's funny. Shout out to Jared. He's proven me wrong because one of the things I say to him when I see him is that we don't see enough of your beer on social media. So hopefully this is a response to him, or maybe he's saying, "Yeah, Greg, here's some beer for you." So cheers to that. A coffee kolsch sounds really nice. I love coffee beers. I don't remember ever having a. I think I may have a coffee kolsch. So we're heading towards Milwaukee. North Pillar has a Czech dark lager, crisp meets clean, perfect for the summer, and you can try that in their tap room in Waukesha. The Fermentarium yesterday announced the Smoke Munich Dunkel at 4.8. So I'm pretty sure a gentle touch of smoke. Right, right. So it's because a Dunkel, y'all, is a gentle kind of light, darker beer. So you wouldn't want to over smoke it other than then you're getting in the Rochbeer range. So this sounds really nice. They claim it's smooth, balanced, and remarkably drinkable. At 4.8, I would hope so. That sounds good. And then they have a strawberry cream ale, light and refreshing, and a little bit of strawberry flavor. As I've said before, for y'all who listen to the show, I've said it numerous times that I love what we are doing as craft beer, what our craft brewers are doing with cream ales, and how I never really liked that style. And I'm coming around on it because y'all are doing so many creative things with them. And one of them, it looks like with the fermentatorium has worked on, which is a strawberry cream ale, which sounds fantastic for the summer, right? So yeah, check that out at Fermentorium. I'm having bad pronunciation day. Yikes. Oh, yeah, a family member of the show, Gathering Place. They have a new beer on tap. Actually, they have two, but I forgot to do the other one. I know Sahala which is a sister company of Gathering Place. They're owned by the same company. Um, they have this blueberry lemon and zesty citrus beer. Oh, it's a sour. Yep. So it's a sour. They got a nice little blueberry sour, basically. Um, there's something else too that Sahala has going on today. They're releasing two beers, so check their social media if you're going to run over there. And apparently, this Gathering Place is posting this one. So this one is, as they say, at River West, Tulsa, and clearly at Sahala. So you can find that at three places. So, looking like a very refreshing sour there. Oh, Lombardi. Yeah. We mentioned them at the top as far as being a new brewery and being in our collaboration. And they have an English brown ale with basically English malts and English yeast. So a traditional English brown ale. And Amanda thinks it's pretty tasty. Okay. I mean, looks the part. Also a friendly reminder that Lombardi is also a roaster now. They have their own roaster and they pump out coffee early in the morning. So if you're around there, hit them. I've been there twice for coffee, right? And it's been pretty good. And it's fun because I can have and they have a coffee beer on too. So I had a both times I had a little coffee and then I had a little sidecar of the coffee beer, and it's just a good pairing. And yeah, Lombardi's a really nice spot. They're working on that, making that building that out better. They're brewing there now, so a lot of things going on in Lombardi Brewing Company. And if you're a Packer fan, why haven't you been there yet? So that is that. Oh, Lion's Tail. So I know our family member here, or our member of Badger Beer Report. I know Joel's going out for this beer tomorrow. He'll be going out to Wauwatosa, I believe he told me, to try this Japanese Pilsner. Apparently they they're I'm sorry. Lion Sale's doing a release of regional pilsners. So this one apparently is Japan. And I've been to Japan, is what it's called. And it's flake rice and a lemon drop hops, make it for clean, dry beer with light notes of lemon zest. This sounds good. I can see why Joel was running over there for it. He may or may not have a report on that. Actually, now that I called them out, I'm probably gonna say, "Yo, I called you out, so you might have to tell people how this was. This looks really good." And then it looks like they're like everybody else too. If you're a World Cup fan, check your local brewery because they're probably doing something, and you probably already know if you're a soccer fan. But if you're not, check your local brewery. And actually, check this out. It looks like it's in cans too. I'm not sure how far it got to distribution, but it looks fun from Lionsdale. Oh, we're heading up the coast here, and we're at Pet Skull, which is I like to call one of our concert breweries. They probably put on more concerts than they brew beer, and that's not a disrespect that I'm brewing beer. They just put on a whole lot of concerts, y'all. And they're generally it's heavy metal, but I've seen jazz, I've seen rock, I've seen I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen blues. So they're unapologetically metal. And as you can see, the owner there is unapologetically fun. He is always out in front of their social media, doing fun things like this. I don't know how he recreated that, but that was fun. That look. But so they have a blueberry wheat. Looks pretty blue, looks very blueberry, y'all. Sweet flavor of blueberries and a creamy mouthfeel. Ooh, there may be some lactose in there. That's what maybe he's looking at little deep. So you can looking a little thick there. So y'all can grab one of those blueberry wheats, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some music around. If they're not playing music at Pet School, they're about to. That's their schedule there for music. So shout out to one of our concert breweries is what I like to call Pet Skull because I just see a lot of that, and I see the beer mixed into. So, um, and that is in Manitowoc, right? Sorry if I got that wrong, Pet Skull. Oh man, great. And I say, oh man, I'll explain why I said, oh man. It's Badger State Brewing in Green Bay, one of my favorite Green Bay breweries. But I say, oh man, because every time it seems like lately, I've missed them every time I've been up there, whether it be timing or whether it be the tap. For example, I was in Green Bay last week and I was there just for Titletown's 30th, and I was just trying to go around the whatever brewery was open before I had to go to Titletown's 30th. I didn't have to, but and Badger State opened up too late for me to dip in there, so that's why I'm like So no shade to Badger State. I really like Badger State. And yeah, so they have a small hazy IPA. What what's a small one? So this one looks like Zambian citrus, so that's a fun little mix there. I'm not really familiar with Zambia, so but it's fun. But it delivers but it's fun to me because I don't know. Pineapple, tangerine, mango, and stone fruit. Mm. And coming in at 4.4. Wow. So I'm reading here, y'all, is big flavor and small ABV, which is always an excellent, wonderful mix. That is at Badger State Brewing, right under the legendary, right under under the shadow of the legendary Lambeau Field. Still in Green Bay here, but a little bit up north. And of course, over in Algama is Anapee, and they have shout out to Anapee for being consistent on y'all social media about always pump. I don't think y'all pump out a beer. Like I don't think a beer debuts without y'all putting it on social media. And shout out to you for that dedication and that time and all that. Because brewers and breweries are small businesses generally run by families that respectfully sometimes just don't have that time to put in to do to make sure everybody knows what's going on beer wise. So Anape makes sure everybody knows what's going on beer wise, and that's just a really great thing. And I don't I've never been to Ogma. I've been to the Swamico one once. And yeah, so this is a Belgian grisette ale at 4%. Super sessionable, flavorful too. Y'all seeing the theme here? Low ABV and big flavor. Um, that's what seems to be going on at our breweries. And cheers to that. That sounds great. I know many of y'all probably don't know about a Grisset Ale, but they're popping up a little bit more. I know our friends at Boulder Junction does one that everybody loves up there. So I don't know. They may be catching on, y'all. Keep an eye out for them, and if you haven't tried it, just ask for a little splash, to see if it's your speed. But if you're a light ABV drinker that likes light ABV and big flavors, yeah, you should check out the Grisettes when you have a chance. Oh, another place you need to check out if you have a chance is Sway Brewing. But they're up there in Door County, and Door County is probably Door County's crazy at this time of year, the tourism and all that. But it's the best time to be up there. And when you're up there, beer fans, you got to stop at Sway, and the Goldenrod is back. And I'm not familiar with this one, but I'm hearing let's see what it says: notes of pear, banana, lemongrass, and clove finishing. And yeah, they go into it. The beer's fermented in oak furter, which I don't know if most sway beers are, but many sway beers are. And this adds that wonderful, subtle, a lot of times oak flavor. That's just it's just like hanging out in the background. So cans and draft are available in the tap room. It says there, and Sway um is Sway our only James Beard nominated brewery? But if not, they're the most recent. How about that? So James Beard Award nominated. I don't believe they won. Um, but nominated is and that is really good enough. And it's also good to see good beer get its due as far as like accolades and stuff outside of the beer awards and all that. It's good to see like a culinary institute say, hey, this place makes good beer. So that's always great. Check out Sway in Door County if you're up there vacationing for sure. Also, pretty sure it's a coffee house and a bakery and all kinds of other things. So it's not just a beer place. You can roll up there anytime. Check the hours on Sway. And if you're near it, get up to it, please. And also hit up Door County too. Beautiful tap room right up the street. What is it, 3 minutes? Yeah. So heading over to the middle north of Wisconsin, I guess Northwoods, right, y'all? Yeah, it's Northwoods. We have Sawmill Brewing. Now, don't come at me, y'all, for having a seltzer on here. Number one, we know that seltzers are a good alternative that many breweries have and then are making themselves. So we're not being non-traditional by not talking about beer on here. And for those who don't like beer, who can sit with a nice little, a summer drinker like this. I feel that all breweries, I'm not sure all, but I feel that many breweries are starting to feel an obligation of being able to be beverage companies, if that makes sense, and having different kind of beverages outside of beer that could attract people who don't like beer and the beer people. So this is Sawmill's grapefruit guava hard seltzer. Hmm. I'm not a hard seltzer guy, but if I was, this will be right up my alley, actually. And I would love to take a sip of it, but I've never been to Sawmill. So if I went there, it would be, yo, give me all your beers. Right. So they have dinner too tonight with some Thai food. Sounds amazing. 4 to 7. Nice little summer drinker if you wanted a little mix up from our beer. Headed all the way almost to Minnesota. Pitchfork. It's got a firkin called Jeremy, an oatmeal stout with chocolate chips and organic mint and a little lactose. Okay, and mint Oreo cookies. There you go. There you go. Yo, y'all got the y'all should have some mint Oreo cookies, y'all. Y'all should give out one with each pint as a little pairing. That would be fun. If y'all ain't doing that, maybe next time, but that would be fun. But this sounds fun regardless. So it sounds fun regardless. Um if y'all are mint fans, this sounds, and it's actually, they didn't put the ABV there, but also it's in a firkin, so you don't see any head. There's not going to be much carbonation with the firkin. There is some, but not a lot to give you some big frothy head, right? But this probably drinks really, really light, much lighter than it looks. I would bet anything. They're not giving ABV here, but I bet anything this is some smooth, with a little bit of mouthfeel, but I'm sure it's more on the smooth side. It looks really great, and I'm not even a in person, but I would love to try it over at Pitchfork. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat here a little bit, and then y'all gonna let me cheat. Ficker's Brew House and Brewery and Grill is not in Wisconsin. It's in Duluth, Minnesota. But for y'all in Superior, Duluth, Minnesota is, like your backyard. That's, it's nothing, right? So if you're in Superior, Earth Rider fans, all that, and you like Girl Scout cookies, look at this one. And this is why I could grab this, because I am a Caramel Delight lover. I love that. It's my favorite Girl Scout cookie. So when I saw this, I jumped at it. Look at that wonderful head there. They're not telling us anything more. Need I say more? Caramel Delight cookie beer. Actually, no, Fickers. You don't need to say more. At least for me. But of course, as a beer geek, of course, I would love to know what style this is, and what ABV and what exactly is in it. But at some point, I need to drop the geekery, and just go with it, right? And I would just go with it. Again, if I was there, I wouldn't be like, oh, give me the ABV. I would be like, no, can I just have one of them? And I hope y'all are putting that cookie on there too, because again, I just talked to Pitchfork about having a cookie with theirs. That again, so this just caught me. So if you're in the Northwoods, or you're close to Duluth, just jump over the border there and just see what. Someone please jump over the border and tell me what is up with this one, because I am Ellis, and I will not get there. So shout out to Fickers. They are just right. They're just right over the border. So to me, Duluth is like, Duluth is Wisconsin. I don't know. Sometimes I think Duluth is Wisconsin, and sometimes I think Duluth is Canada. So I go back and forth. But Fickers is, I always enjoy my stops there. So and I would enjoy more if I had a caramel delight cookie beer. So, oh yeah, so those were the taps this week, y'all. That I caught. There's more, please check your local brewery. They're doing amazing summer things, and they're putting a lot of work in this summer to make sure y'all have a good. I really believe we're getting to some of the most balanced menus that we had. Just general, I feel that the lagers have risen. I feel that the APAs are still, or the IPAs are still hanging out. Don't get me wrong, but I don't feel we're IPA forward pushing as we are, and I feel that brewers are kind of morphing into this, like I said before, beverage company kind of thing where NAs and all that. We just saw actually we just saw a beverage company close or shuttering its doors is Untitled Art. So be wary about the whole beverage company thing, breweries, because your base is your beer, I would say, right? But I understand if you need to diversify. So cheers to that. But anyway, we have some amazing, not crazy, amazing events here, especially this weekend. So let's jump into that. So number one clearly is the Schlitz release is the biggest, one of the biggest events that's happening this weekend. Wisconsin Brewing, for those who aren't in the know, Wisconsin Brewery and Lake Louis Brewing, basically, you know, revived an old recipe of Schlitz and put it out there because Paps is putting the brand on hiatus, is their words. So Kirby got the recipe, brewed a whole bunch, and tomorrow at 12 or tomorrow at 9, y'all can start picking up your beer that you pre-ordered and like you got into the pre-order for like what was it, like 2 hours, and it was blown out. For those who didn't get into pre-order like me, you could show up at noon and grab a 4-pack. But I'm telling you, I don't think this beer is going to last. I don't know if the I don't think the beer is going to last past the weekend. I think it's going to get sold out. Um, I think the takeout's going to get sold out, and I don't know. Like y'all, have y'all ever been to Lake Louis? They put on a big show. It is a beautiful. It's a nice tap room, but the outside is just beautiful, wonderful big space, and they can hold a lot of people there outside. So I'm suspecting that this Schlitz is going to be gone. So if you want to be there, I would suggest you get there at noon. Now, the real fun starts at 5. Kirby's going to be hanging out. There's going to be a toast of Schlitz. There's going to be a band. That's when the fun really starts. Is at 5. But I will probably be there at noon and probably trying to get out of there soonish or not soonish, but I'll hang out for sure. And I'll see y'all if y'all there. But I definitely probably won't be there at 5. So y'all enjoy it. This is great. And also, I would have to plug, of course, my conversation with Kirby about this on the session. You can find that on Spotify and or YouTube. Kirby will go through everything. He'll tell you where he got the recipe, how he got it, his anticipation for the release, all those things with the session with yours truly featuring Kirby Nelson. It's out there on our social media. So enjoy that. Maybe listen to that on the way there so you can get an idea about, or you can also watch it on YouTube. Get an idea about what it took for Kirby to do all this, and yeah. So shout out to Kirby though for getting it done and giving us one last piece of nostalgia for a beer that respectfully none of y'all was drinking at the end there. So we're not going to be playing those games, y'all. None of us were drinking it, but then when we heard it was going away and Kirby was brewing it, all of a sudden we got that big interest. So we're all going to enjoy our Schlitz this weekend, thanks to Kirby. One last run there with that one. So uh it's time for birthdays, y'all. So tomorrow, Rocky Reef celebrates 11 years in the Northwoods. They are very close to Boulder Junction, which I mentioned earlier. What about 20 minutes, 25 minutes? They are in Woodruff. Joel would want us to say they are not in Minocqua. They are in Woodruff, and they are Rocky Reef Brewing, and they are celebrating 11 years. I don't see any. They say they're going to have delicious beer, as they do. I don't think that I don't see anything like any special beers, so you'll have to go in there for that. But even if not, just go there and toast to 11 years. That is, what is that in brewery year, or what is that in brewery dog years? 11 years is like what, 30 or something in brewery. So shout out to Rocky Reef for that. We have a couple anniversaries here. We have 10 for Black Husky and that's not River West. I forget what oh no, it says River West. It says it right there, Greg. What are you talking about? It's in River West, Black Husky, huh? They so they have music all day, as you can see up there in the upper right. They have food, and they'll have Black Husky beer, and I believe there will be a special brewery tour by the owner, and apparently he doesn't do them anymore. So if you're into that, that's happening. Please check their social media for that. But 10 years, 11 years, as we said, that's like 30 years in brewery years. So shout out to Black Husky. Happy birthday, y'all. Oh, and a special happy birthday to friend family member of Badger Beer Report, Fond du Lac Brewing. Obviously they were not obviously, but they're in the class of 25 collaboration that I mentioned at the top of the show. They are doing their first anniversary tomorrow all day. They got a big old the back opens up to, like, it used to be a car mechanic, a car me- uh, auto store or a mechanic something with cars, but the back is like a it seems like it's where, like, they had a whole bunch of cars stored. And this is this big open expansive space that now they have. They bring in food carts, bands, extra seating. So it's just really, their own little beer garden they got in the back there. So it's just really nice. So tomorrow, I'm not sure when they open. I bet you they're probably going to open a little early, maybe 10 or 11. Check their social media. But we have the full spectrum. We have Rocky Reef at 11 years old, and we had what last week Titletown was 30, and now we have the new kids on the Maybach. Fond du Lac Brewing. Shout out to Lyle and crew for 1 year. Cheers, y'all. Oh, we're at another classic class of 25 collaboration. I didn't do this on purpose. Listen, they're just out there making moves, y'all. So you got to talk about them. But Vault 202, there's Scott. Very excited about his coal service, as you can see. Uh, so I don't know if y'all know what coal service is, but service is where you see that rack thing there. So I'm not 100% sure because I've never had a coal service, but what I do know is that they bring coasters to you, right? And then they have like this ledger, and like you just mark the ledger on how many you drink, and like they just keep bringing them to you. So they'll be circling around, you'll get to the end, and they'll just bring another one to you, and you just mark it off. And so they're doing this, and the cold service goes back centuries from what I know, y'all. So this isn't a new fad. This is something that breweries are being smart about, in my opinion. So, and also we were talking about the World Cup. Vault 202 is what I call a soccer brewery. They have soccer on all the time. Scott right there, big soccer guy. Fritz, the other owner of Vault, big soccer guy. So I don't know if y'all saw social media. They gave me one of their soccer scarves, which is one of my favorite things ever given to me by a brewery. But that aside, um, they're doing this for all of the US games, y'all, from here on out, is what I'm reading. I was at Vault. So the New Kids on the My Block was released at Vault on Derby Day. And I can tell you that Vault has a vibe it had a vibe for Derby Day, and it also has a vibe for soccer. So if you're a soccer fan in Appleton, this is a place to be, y'all. Seriously. Um, for a couple of reasons. Again, the pizza's great, the wings are great, the beer is great, the atmosphere is. I mean, I can't say enough about Volt, obviously, because we're partners with them. But outside of that, even if we weren't partners with them, I would just love everything about it because I love cultures, I love soccer. It just hits me in lane. So tonight, y'all, it's at, or I'm sorry, that was last night. Last night it was at 9 p.m. Um, and they had it until, like, they closed. They even closed late. So going forward though, I think what the next United States match is Wednesday, Bosnia, I think at 6 o'clock. So let's update that so you can be able to get the next coast service for soccer is at Vault is next Wednesday evening. Now, they've been doing them before, so cold service is not going to go away, and this is not just a special thing for the soccer. Well, it is a special thing for soccer, but they're going to continue to do them because they were doing them before. And also, I we will have a piece out soon. Describing what cold service actually is on Badger Beer Report .com. So y'all can check that. If not, y'all can go down to Google's, the Gemini's, and Chat GPTs and ask them about cold service if you want a little bit more about it. But I would, if you were in Appleton area and you're a soccer fan, you need to check out Volt with or without the cold service because they're always going to have the soccer on for you. Oh, I can't. This one, I can't get enough of this one. Fox Hills Adventures is doing two Northwoods tours where you pay $20 a day, and you basically get to shuttle between either those three on the left, which is I would say what is it? Those three on the left are what Eastern Northwoods. Is that fair, y'all? And then the ones on the right are western Northwoods, if that makes sense. Like the northernmost part of Wisconsin, you're gonna have Clipper, Adventure, South Shore, and Los Apostles. So you pay $20 and they have a schedule. Each brewery, I believe, is posting these schedules. And so any of these you can hook up at any of these breweries. So you can jump on at Boulder and then go to Rocky Reef and then go to Some Nerve, or you can jump on that Adventure, go to South Shore, Los Apostle Clipper. I'm pretty sure you can even go to Adventure, skip South Shore, go to Apostle. So you don't have to get, but the point is you don't have to get off on everything. And they tell you, when last call, where you could be at the last spot and where you have to be and all that. They have this big, wonderful, schedule. And as the graphic says, check with the brewery staff for schedule. And you can text them if you need information too. But I would absolutely, before I text them, I would absolutely go on the website of your favorite brewery here, or the one that you feel, or the one that you're going to roll up to get on the bus. And they will have the schedule for you. And even when you roll up there, I'm sure they're going to have it in there. So I just love this. I just love this model. And it's just great. So the Northwoods, man, y'all need to be served too. $20 all night. I believe this is. Oh, so look up there says Fridays, and then the one says Saturdays. So there's Fridays and Saturdays. And you see the hours there, and you can check all of these breweries social media for these details. And if not, call them. Literally call them and say, yo, what's up? So yeah, one last shout out to, this will probably be, this maybe, I don't know if it may be the last time you hear about the class of 25 collaborations, but the beer is gone. The New Kids on the Maibach, it's all drank up. And we will move along. They will move along to, operating like a normal brewery. And this again, good luck and shout out to all our youngest breweries here in Wisconsin. Um, Literally making our Wisconsin beer scene here better. All of them collectively and individually, especially like Fond du Lac and Tailwinds and Brewdome, and they didn't have a brewery, y'all. Boulder Junction, they didn't have a brewery. So you know, this is great. On Tuesday, y'all, Joel and I return with the brewery report at 7:30 to generally 8:30 ish. This time we hopefully will talk to Tad from Derriere and Seymour. They may be the next brewery to open. If not, we hope to have or he's tentatively said he's going to come on, so we'll get updates on him and when that's going to happen. I think he said he has 4 beers in the tank, so the area is really starting to be close to opening. We hope to have updates on Oak North, which is the other. It's Derriere and Oak North, y'all. Who's coming in first? That's kind of we had Titletown open today, Titletown West Bend, so it's up to Oak North now, and Derriere, we believe are the next two to come in. We won't have an update, I don't think, on Deuce City. We did reach out to them. And who else is hanging out there? That's Radix. We haven't heard from them recently. We think that that may be a little bit further down the road, but we hope to have an update for you with them. And we may have a big announcement about our next collaboration. Y'all know about the one with Sunshine Brewing. That is in the fermenter and will be debuted here or around the Great Taste in the Midwest. That is our homebrew competition winner. Um, that is official collaboration beer of ours. It is an American stout, and it is very excellent. I hear. I haven't had it yet, but we may have an announcement on another collaboration for y'all to enjoy. With historical, both with historical stories to tell. So that's going to be exciting. So that is Tuesday, the Brewery Report with Greg and Joel. I would like to point y'all to our website, revamped and looking good. And up there, it says this. It should say dispatch. This is an old graphic pulled from the website, but there's a dispatch, which is basically our blog that has a lot of articles. Joel just wrote an article about um, breweries near trails, hiking trails. So you can start at the brewery, have a beer, go on a hike, come back, have a beer, and head home. They're adjacent to, these breweries are adjacent to trails. Tribute, off the top of my head, it's Tribute, Tyrrhenia, Tumbled Rock, and Bare Bones, I think are the four. But you can check all that out. I also have an editorial about holding y'all accountable for drinking local and why it's important we drink local as opposed to otherwise. So you can find that on the badgerbeer.com. Badgerbeerreport.com. And lastly, certainly not least, we have a Patreon where we have content that only Patreon members can see. But this is the direct way that you can support Badger Beer Report, independent beer journalism in Wisconsin. That is us. And this is the only way at this point that you could support us. We are working on other ways that y'all could help us out and keep us going and rolling and telling the story of Wisconsin beer. But Patreon is the best way to do that right now. We have 3 tiers. You can check all that out by scanning the code if you're not watching on your phone. If you are watching on your phone, you can find that information on Badger Beer Report Patreon. You can Google it, it'll come up. Or you should be able to get it from our badgerbeerreport.com website. And on that note, I'm leaving y'all for this weekend. All right. Let's see. Oh, next week is July 3rd. So we may actually do one on Thursday. I got to think about that because I'll be on the road Friday. Um, trying to go up to the Northwoods, y'all, to go to Agonic, that the newest brewery that opened, Amory Aeroworks, Balsam Market, Oliphant. Trying to hang out up there and see what's going on in Northwoods. Y'all know I'm fascinated with Northwoods. I've been up there 2 times in the past 6 months, and I think next week will be another time. So I won't be here Friday. I may be here Thursday, previewing what's going on with the taps around during the July 4th weekend. So otherwise I will see y'all on Tuesday with Joel for the Badger Beer Brewery Report. And y'all have a great weekend. And Schlitz on and drink local, stay social.